what it would take for Gaming Barracks to break through in India with online gaming tournaments during the next year. Please share your thoughts. Anybody care to venture with the idea? Whoever has who is not unmuted, of course, it may be that everybody is unmuted, muted. But maybe Rabi could comment this. Please comment, Rabi. I mean, how would Gaming Barracks enter the Indian market with online tournaments?
You are asking me, Ari?
Ari, I would like to say that we have a student of ours. She's also running a kind of a business herself, and it seems to be a very successful business because she's been doing it for the last 2-3 years. And her name is Diksha Jain, and I would like to invite her to say a few lines about what she's doing. And so that all the students from our college can see the wonderful job that she's doing right now. I would request Sumanji, please make Diksha Jain the co-host so that she can share her presentation. Sumanji, can you hear me?
She has also participated.
Yeah, she's there, Diksha Jain. Please make her a co-host.
Yes, ma'am, I will try.
Yeah, Diksha, if you're there, you can unmute yourself and please say something about your venture.
Yes, ma'am, assign the permission to Diksha Jain. I will make a co-host.
Sumanji, please make her a co-host. She's unable to unmute herself.
Yes, ma'am, I made it. Assign the permission to co-host Diksha Jain.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Diksha. Why don't you switch on your video also, if possible?
Okay. Ma'am, actually there's a network issue due to which I'm not able to turn on my video.
Okay, fine. Will you be able to share your presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Please do that.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Diksha Jain and I am running a business of homemade chocolates, and the name of the business is the Chocolate Series. Basically, what I make are chocolate bonbons, which are sweet small confections which are filled with some liquor flavoring or some sweet flavorings, and these are sold wrapped in colorful foil papers. I started this business. I got the idea of this business when I went to a small trade fair. There I saw another stall of homemade chocolates. So I just tasted those and I really liked those. So the very next day I bought some raw chocolate and I started. I failed many times. Then finally the 13th or 15th attempt got correct and I made it. So there's a festival in India, the biggest festival, Diwali. On that festival, I made chocolates, all the relatives, all of them.
one of them gave me the idea of turning it into a business. I thought of doing
There
that,
seems to be some.
but still I'm not confident. I chose this business first of all. I wanted to do this, and second,
Diksha, are you there?
I wanted to work this.
Some network issue at her end.
There seems to be some network issue on her end. Shall we invite another student? Kusha, shall we invite another student? One more student wants to ask a question.
Yeah, but she's presenting right now. Let's see. Diksha, are you there? I guess there is some connection, but it's a very fine presentation that she had made, which I happen to have. And you know, she has been running this business for the last 2-3 years, as she has written in her presentation that, you know, she I mean, she was not successful initially for you know for a year or so, and then she realized that all she needs to do is she needs to market it well. So she you know, took to social media and tried to develop tried to personally contact people, and gradually she was able to get very good business opportunities, you know, with functions, with weddings, you know, with weddings and with other kinds of family functions that people organize. So what she does basically is she alone makes that the homemade chocolates from raw chocolate, and she packages them, and you know, she sells them as chocolate bouquets. So it seems to have become popular because she personalizes these chocolates according to people's taste and demands. Maybe, you know, keeping in mind the calorie content and the nutritional value also. So she's done a lot of research in the past 2-3 years in order to master the art of making chocolates at home. And it's now a good, successful kind of a startup, because she's earning good profit. And you know, she's thinking of expanding it, and we are definitely supporting her in this venture, because it's really great that a student who is in you know, just second year graduation, she's what, she must be 18 right now. So, and you know, she's already running this business, and you know, independently she's it's a one woman team, you know, that she has right now, but she would be expanding it further. And it's a wonderful venture and a wonderful presentation. Maybe she also has some connection issues. Diksha, are you there with us? Yeah, she has a connection issue. Yeah. Diksha, you're not audible. There's a lot of technical disturbance. You can mute yourself. Please do mute yourself.
Maybe.
So Bharatji,
Usha.
yes.
I don't. Well, if I remember correctly, we had reserved sort of 45 minutes for this, and it has been very nice to have. I mean, also to hear that what you have there going on, and in fact, I'm happy also to see that there are these one-woman shows or one-man shows, but then there is not so often seen team-based effort or venture that the Gaming Barracks represents. So, of course, the ventures here and maybe over there too are often in between or mostly with one person. But I think for the startups to go through to learning and innovation and eventually become a startup and firm, they really need some team behind it, like Ville was emphasizing, that they need support, but they need also the close-knit team. And it will be partly our challenge and to do a little bit like Antti was explaining, cooperational learning, which brings students intimately together and discover the joy and challenges of startup activity, and in that way we might be able to create even more sort of ideas further and also more sustainable companies. But at this point, I mean, I would thank you for the opportunity to present our student-based ventures here and be participant in this session. And I will hand over to Usha or
Before you end, I will like to invite two of my students who are waiting to ask their questions. Shall I?
Yes, that's fine. So we are open now. I mean,
okay. So Dhruv Kaushik, you can unmute your audio. You can share your screen and shoot your question.
Good evening, everyone. I have a question with NT Lepilampi, sir. For entrepreneurship workshops, you mentioned about 6 ideas. Were these ideas predefined? 2, you mentioned about planning together and building up a schedule. Could you please give us a glimpse into the schedule? I mean, just if you could tell us more about the schedule.
Of course. Thank you for the questions. I didn't hear the first one, so I'll start with the second question. You asked about the schedules. So we decided that in the beginning, when the students, we gave them, as I said, we gave them a task to think of how their idea would proceed. If, for example, if they had all the money in the world, what would their dream business look like? So then we asked them how to proceed into that point, and they said that they want to learn about social media, they want to learn about branding and marketing and so on. So then we just decided, we together in the first session that we had, we made a schedule so that, for example, on 1 month we will have a session about social media, the other month we will have a session about branding and so on, so it would fit for all of the participants. But I want to ask you again, what was the first question? I missed that.
First question was like was it predefined? But now, since you've answered that question very well, I thought that this was completely brainstormed and then presented.
Thank you. Thank you for the questions.
I will invite one more student, Nehakshi, to ask her question. Nehakshi, please unmute your audio, share your screen and ask the question. Nehakshi, can you hear? Nehakshi, I think she is not able to hear me. So I will like to bring this session to an end. And the takeaway for me here is what was said, see the problems before they occur. This is very important in any entrepreneurial journey. And this is the main takeaway from this workshop that we have. We also will like to emulate you while conducting such entrepreneurial sessions and workshops in